Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you 3 stretches to keep your spine young, hence keep yourself young. These stretches will all affect the spine. One of them is focused primarily on the spine, but they will hit our shoulders and hips as well, all those areas of our body that are around our core or our spine. These are designed to keep you more supple and mobile, and again, feeling younger every day. We are going to use a chair, the wall, and I'm going to sit on the floor for the final one, but if you wish, you can sit on a couch or even on your bed. It's a great one to do in bed, and I'll tell you more about that when we get to that one. Meanwhile, make sure you got your clear space, a nice sturdy chair, and just a quick reminder, I want to thank you for watching Chittarupa Yoga and joining me here. Please let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm very curious to know that, and so are some of my other viewers. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to begin with the upper spine, back of our shoulder blades, and our shoulders. And this one is downward facing dog variations using a chair, and again here at the wall. I like using the chair because it allows us to get some more leverage. We can even get a little stretch to the back of our legs and hips, which warms us up for that stretch we're going to do at the end. So make sure the chair is pushed up against the wall. And we're going to place our hands on the chair, just kind of pushing down for now. And then we're going to take a few steps back so that we can keep a soft bend in our knees, push our tailbone back, drop our ear between our arms, and just continue pushing the tailbone back. This gives us more stretch across the shoulders and the upper back, our thoracic spine. And if we're doing it right, we can even straighten our legs out a little bit and find a stretch down the back of our legs. So we want to think about holding these stretches for 30 seconds at a time, 30 to 60 seconds, to help improve that mobility and flexibility in our joints. Making sure that we're in a place where we can breathe. Anytime we're doing any kind of stretch or pose, we want to make sure we can breathe. Let's go ahead and lift up from here. Take a little rest, and you can do a second round of this. I'm going to show you a variation, but only for some people. I like this variation because it gets more stretch to your back and shoulders, less to your legs. So it's an option if you want that. And if you can get down onto the floor. So if you are able to, you can do this on your knees, scoot back until your arms are straight, and then just push your tailbone back. Same thing, bringing ears between arms. Continue to push back through the tailbone, and some people even say you can drop a little further. This helps with that range of motion in your shoulders, helping with reaching for things overhead. Again, making sure that we can breathe, backing off if the intensity is too much. And I'm going to go ahead and call it for this one, using that chair to get back up. So on the floor is an option if you want to go there, but doing this standing is awesome. Again, it's getting our thighs warmed up for that one that we're going to do in just a bit. I'm going to take the chair away from the wall now, and actually totally off here because I don't need it at all anymore. The next one is going to be getting, again, our thoracic spine a bit more, different mobility in our shoulders. It's thread the needle, and I'm going to do it at the wall. Now, a lot of people do this, again, kneeling on the floor. I'm going to show you and talk you through it the same way. If you want to do it kneeling down on the floor, you can do this kneeling down on the floor. But I like doing it at the wall because it allows a lot more control over the intensity of the stretch, which is better for most of us most of the time. Anyway, so if you're going to do it on the floor, it'll be hands and knees. We're just going to do it hands at the wall. I'm going to start with my left hand, and I'm going to thread it underneath the right, bringing my shoulder to the wall. Now, gravity would be pulling this other shoulder down, but again, this allows me to back off on the intensity of this stretch if I need to, and I can even intensify it by rolling into the stretch even more. So we just want to make sure that we're breathing. We're in a place that we can breathe. And this also allows us a little more room off the wall. If you're on the floor, make sure your head can move and it's not pushing into the wall or into the floor. Make sure that you've got space for your head. That allows more mobility at your shoulders and neck as well. Making sure that we're breathing, and then we're going to use the hand on the floor or the wall and push ourselves up using our core strength. I'm going to turn away from you for half a minute. We're going to thread the right arm underneath the left. Same thing. We can decrease the intensity by opening up. We can increase the intensity by rolling on to that shoulder. Making sure that we can breathe. Giving some space for our head so it's not pushing into the floor if we're doing this on the floor. Breathe deeply. And here again, we're going to push into this hand, use our core strength, and come back to where we started. So shake that out. You can do those, like I said, 30 seconds each, several times throughout the day is really good. Let's move on to our final of our 3 stretches. And again, get onto your bed, take the video to your bedroom or use it on the couch if you do not want to sit down here on the floor. So we're going to start sitting with both of our legs out straight. This one is called Half Lord of the Fishes, and it's really good for stretching out your hip, adding mobility to your knee, and it's good for our spine because we're adding a twist. So I'm going to start, since I'm facing you this way, I'm going to start with my left leg. I'm going to bring it up and then cross it over. And from here, I'm going to reach around, give that leg a hug, and twist, bringing the other hand directly underneath my hip. A lot of people will go out here. We want to keep our spine tall, keep it long, keep it young, and then finish by looking out. So this twist incorporates every bit of our spine, from tailbone up to our neck. And while we're hugging this leg in, we're stretching through this hip. I'm going to add a little bonus here in a moment. After we finish our 30 seconds hold on this side. And we want to slowly unwind our head first, everything else. Let's just let this knee come down if your hip is up to that. And then just lift this foot up. Add a little seated pigeon. This again will help with sciatica, mobility at our hips. So I guess I did 4 stretches today instead of 3. All right, let's sit up tall. We're going to bring our right leg up, cross it over. And this is good for you to see how that looks. Reach around, give it a hug. Again, this hand is going to be in toward our spine to keep it nice and tall. And we're going to look out over our shoulder. Keep hugging this knee in. Breathing. Pressing out through the straight leg. Again, thinking tall. And when we're finished, we're going to unwind our head, release everything else, and then we can go ahead and just let this knee come down. Bend the other knee to get that hip stretch a little deeper. Since we're kind of in the same position, I guess we can still count it as 3. And release from there. Awesome job. Let me know in the comments which of those 3 spoke to you the most. And again, also let me know where you're watching from, because I and some of my fans are very curious to know that as well. Make sure to check the links in the description below. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoy these videos. You can at least do that for me, okay? And I will see you next time.